doing? Have you survived the New Year celebrations? What we've got here then, let's just try and get a bit of focus. Ingersoll Security 5 lever, British standard. Now, it's got like an extra hardened case on it to prevent drilling. So works like a dream. Look at that. Bit of a wangy curtain. It's been worn a lot. This lock has been used loads and loads and loads. And that's the bitting of the key. So we're going to have a little pick of this, and then once we've picked it, we're going to come back and then I'm going to show you, as promised, what we've got for the supporters. So supporters, again, thank you very much. You're all in there. Appreciate your support, and we'll keep making some fantastic content through 2021. Right, so I'll see you over there, and I'll come back in it and I'll show you exactly what we've got for this week's supporters. So I'll see you in a mo. Right, Ingersoll. To remind you, that's the bidding of the key. Now I've took that. It's like an extra drill plate off, just to make it easy, so I can take it apart and show you that. It was a right bugger to get off. It's like, oh, so spring loaded, and these little cutouts here actually go in these little holes to get a screwdriver and right pried off. So we'll have a look inside that in a moment. The curtain is a bit worn, so that's going to be a bit of a job, and we're going to go for a small wire on this particular lock. Is all locked up. We can get front to back, which is great. That's the distance there between my finger. You've got to try and work out where 5th, 4th, 3rd and 2nd are as you go through, so it's difficult. I mean, you're probably only about 5 or 6 mil, so there's not much room to guess what you're on, and you do get it wrong sometimes. So first we're in a little, hardly any tension. I'm listening. I'm feeling. See if I've got any movement on the 5th one. 5th one feels quite. I'm reading how high this is going here. So if that's all the way up, I know that's like way up. So I'm always aiming to be round there. I want to be sort of, to feel if it's a medium-ish lift, it's going to be there. If it's a low lift, it's going to be there. If it's a high lift, it's going to be there. So it's from that range there, it's not much of a range really. And when I'm pushing up, I'm feeling it click and catch. I'm thinking, oh, is that the bottom or the top of a false notch or the gate? And I've got to sort of experiment my way through and find out what those noises are. Okay, so we're going for 5th. It's clunky. 4th, he seems a bit of a less, catching a lower lift. So 5th, 4th, nothing set in yet. 1st is solid straight away. That is really unusual. I'm not going to push that one yet. What's 2nd doing first? 2nd, it was a sort of quite a small lift. 3rd seems higher, see? 4th, 5th, 4th. Let's just give me little nudges backwards and forwards. Try and find out my binding order. 1st, still solid. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Now I think I'm straight into a false notch. So it's something that's quite low. First still solid, bit movement then, oh, on 2nd, 3rd seems higher, see, 4th, 5th, and I'm trying not to get the tension to drive me forward too quickly. Now everything seems a bit solid again now. Well, I'll keep little nudges. And there she goes. 2nd and the third seemed really, really odd. Right, let's have a look. We got there in the end. It almost felt like if I put too much tension on, I'd push into a notch. You feel the same sometimes on fortresses. They try and give you constantly use the same tension all the time. They sort of trick you into falling into a false notch. Now, we've got something to try and pry this off with. Oh, it's been off for a while. Come on, you little. Right, so yeah, that's the inside of the case. Nothing special really. A bit gunked up. And what we got in here then? We've got a certain amount of fluff. Let's try not to drop everything, and we'll show you. You can see where that curtain's worn. All this fluff and crap has come off that curtain over the years, and that's quite unusual. They're very much like leggy, almost levers on this one. Now, that was weird. That first one, as you can see, there's almost no zero lift on that at all. False notch there, and then there's a pretty reasonably high lift on 2, and then a reasonably high lift on 3 with a false notch on the top, and then a couple of high lifts at the back as well. So we're going to have a look. I was only doing tiny lifts though, so that was very unusual. Let's have a look. So, number 1, have we got any numbers on here? Let's have a look. I can't see boggle. There's normally little cuts or something, but I'd say that was there might be something underneath there, but I can't see. Right, so the first one is like nothing. That was weird. It felt like solid straight away, and I thought I was in a false notch all the time. So that'd get you really, really quickly. So that was number 1. Number 2. It's reasonably high lift, but too much and you go straight into that deep false notch. So that's something you need to avoid. Number 2. Beautiful levers, aren't they? Beautiful. Oh, let's wiggle them out, wiggle them out. Number 3. Again, that's reasonably high lift. You get stuck in a false notch. I got stuck in it a couple of times. I think this is what got me. So it's a number 3. That's reasonable high lift, false notch on the top. Number 4. Again, a reasonably high lift, false notch on the bottom this time, so it's opposite. So, you know, if you're trying to copy your way through, you're going to get stuck. There's that false notch there. They're a bit gunked up, aren't they? It's number 4. And the 5th and final one, opposite again. So we've gone back to false notch on the top. And did you see that? It just decided to spit its curtain at me. We'll go and find it in a minute. Okay, so the 5th and final one, false notch on the top. I tell you, the booby traps these things are. Where did you go? Come here, you little bugger. I want to look at you. Oh God, it's down here. Oh, it spat its curtain at me. Like, that's what you get for picking me. Oh, you can see, well, that curtain's really quite warm around there. It's been used a lot, this lock has, over the years. And there's the part interacts with the bolt part there. We'll see if we can get him out. There we go. There's a bolt. You know, I always love to look at bolts. Almost sandwiched together. All these different pieces of steel plate. There's no sort of anti-saw as such, but there's a fair few of them. So that's going to slow anybody down. And then that's the bugger of this one. Let's put that curtain down there before it spits at me. Let's try and get a focus. You could see the stump itself. It's got an almost notch in it, so when your false notches go in there, you ain't getting the buggers out. That's for sure. And a little pin at the back. I told you sometimes you get this, what controls the actual. You have to get that flush to make sure you put all your lock back together again. And that little pin just helps it ride backwards and forwards in a straight line. Right, so Ingersoll, that was very interesting. There's a spring over there. Let's put this down. Let's see if we can get so much the shit. Look at this shit in here. It's full of it. Full of it. There's your spring there. What was pushing against that curtain which spat at me. So that was a bit of an interesting pick, wasn't it? Right, we're going to have a look at what we got for the prize this week from our supporters. Again, thank you, supporters. We've made it to 2021. I know we're a lot of old dodgers, most of us, so we're doing well. Thank God we're still here. We've avoided the COVID so far, the lucky ones of us anyway. So we're going to have a look at what for my supporters are for this week. So I shall see you over there. And I'll put all this back together again first. Right, I'll put the cover back on. And she lives for another day. Right, so if anybody's interested in this Ingersoll and you're willing to pay the shipping, it's yours. All you got to do is get in touch with the email link below. And the first person does ask me, I'll say, here you go, no problem. This one's yours, and you can have a little pick. And you can have a little bit of a discovery. Watch my video and go through it and see how you get on picking it. It's the very same lock. Right, supporters again, thank you very much so much for your support. And we're going to make some fantastic content in 2021. I know we are. And as I said before, can you remember what I promised you before the new year? I said I would start, and I am going to start giving away. This is a Defiant closed shackle padlock. Beautiful, beautiful. Double locking from Willenhall. Now you see me pick this one. Not long before Christmas. And I'll even put in my magic elastic band which will hold this up for you. So there you go. Squire Defiant. That's the bitting of the key. So making a bit of room. And it's a beautiful lock. And these locks ain't cheap. You know they ain't. So this is going to be for my supporters this week. So supporters, thank you very much. And without your support, I can't make this content. I can't find these really unusual locks and give them all away. So guys, stay safe, stay well, and I shall see you all very soon. And good luck to all of you. And if you're interested in becoming a supporter, there's an email link in below. If you want to buy any tools, you can. There's an email link below. You don't need to remember to buy anything. So guys, I shall see you all very, very soon. Remember, if you like the video, put the old mucky thumbs up. Leave a beautiful comment. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And I'll see you all soon. Ta-da!